Hello, welcome to episode 6 of our HTML and CSS course. In this episode, we will be going over the restrictions of div and span tags and the HTML validator. So before we get into the video, I want to introduce myself. I'm Ronald, and I'm the part of the ECDE Foundation, which stands for Every Child Deserves Education. And our goal is to produce high quality educational videos for children.
Yeah, so make sure to subscribe our channel. And I'm another instructor. My name is Samuel. After you know what inline elements and block level elements are, one thing you must keep in mind is that block level elements can contain inline and or other block level elements. So what does that mean? So for example, the code should look like this. So what I mean by the block level element can contain inline or other block level element is that you can have a div and then div containing another div inside. So I'll say div inside a div, and then or you can also have a div that is containing a span tag inside. So this is span inside a div, and this is totally acceptable. And in fact, if you look at a website, it should look something like this. And yeah, it's totally acceptable. We also have HTML validator that is hosted by W3C, and using this validator is something like this, and I'll provide a link on the description. And with this HTML validator, you can see if your code is wrong or correct. Like you can see the error inside your code, and you also provide some warning you need to change inside your code. So it's a really good habit to also always put your code inside a validator to see if it's correct or not. So here we can also validate our code right here. So let's copy everything here, and then let's paste this. Oh, and also you have 3 types. You can check your code by either direct input. So you just type your code here like this. Copy your code and then paste it in here. Or you can also validate by file upload. So you save a file and then upload it. Or you can also provide a URL. So you can copy whatever website URL and then paste the URL in, and they'll also check for you. So 2 ways. Here I'm going to use direct input. So I'll paste my code here, and then let's quick check. So yeah, here you can see document checking is complete, no errors or warning to show. So this means you're good to go. Your code doesn't have any error, and yeah, it's a good sign.
With this validator, you can easily check the errors in your HTML code. So now I want to show you a wrong example. So if you contain a div tag inside a span tag, you will see an error message pop up that says element div not allowed as child of element span in this context. So Samuel is now going to type the code.
Yeah, so here you can see right here the span tag is surrounding a div tag, and I'll just put like some content. Let's say div inside a span, div inside a span, and then if I copy this code and then paste it into the validator, and yeah, here you should see the arrow popped up, and the arrow is saying that element div is not allowed as a child of element span in this context. And yeah, so basically what it means is that because div is supposed to be a block level element, and it shouldn't be like inside a inline element, and that should always be a case. So it's always going to be an error.
Okay, so here's a question for today's video. So is the code below acceptable or not? If acceptable, how many lines will it take up in a website? Yeah, so go ahead and pause the video, and when you have the answer, you can resume the video.
Okay, so here you can see the code. I put a span inside a span, which is like you see right here, and then a div inside a div. Also you can see right here, and we can see if this code is. So first we need to check if this code is valid or not. So let's copy all of this and then put it inside the validator. So after we do this, we get document checking is complete, no errors or warning to show. So it's good to go. And after we know that the document the code has no error, we need to see how many lines of code will it take out. And if you save it, and then let's look at the website right here, episode 6. We can see a span inside a span, and then div inside a div. So you can see it takes out two lines. And the reason for this is the div element right here will take up a whole row right here. So it cannot be on the same row as the span element. So you'll take up 2 rows. And yeah, that's all for today's video. See you guys in the next one.